Hi, this is Representative Rick Larsen with the weekly recap with Rick. I've got the whiteboard out today because there's a lot going on and I wanted to kind of present it in a little more organized fashion. First thing I want to let you know is the America Rescue Plan passed in the House of Representatives and headed over to the Senate. What's it include? It includes the $15 an hour minimum wage is one. It includes a $400 increase for unemployment compensations from the federal government. That'll be good through September of this year as well. It includes $350 billion in aid for state and local govs. That's going to help keep people in a job, providing public services to the folks in our neighborhoods who need it. It includes a major investment in child care. This is a big deal. Child care was a problem before the pandemic. It has been amplified by the pandemic as well. So those are some of the elements, and of course it includes continued money for vaccines and testing, because we know that the public health response is going to lead economic recovery. So that's one thing, a point I wanted to make to you. Of course, this isn't all. There's much more in this, including the economic impact payments. Some people call them stimulus checks, but the EIP. In this bill, it's $1,400. That is on top of the $600 that we did in the COVID relief bill late in December, which equals the $2,000 a person that we're getting to folks. So again, we get this done by March 11th, March 14th is the timeline to get that done. So we need to get this relief into people's pockets as soon as possible. Let me flip over to the other side of the chart here. This week in Congress, we passed the Equality Act. This is the Equality Act is really addressing the ensuring there's non-discrimination in housing, in employment, in jury service, in any number of areas, a non-discrimination treatment for folks or neighbors who are in the LGBTQ plus community. So that was the Equality Act. That's passed. That is headed over to the Senate, Equality Act. And then we just passed a major wilderness bill. And that wilderness bill includes the Wild Olympics wilderness, which Derek Kilmer, a colleague of mine from the Peninsula, helped put together and help pass. Now it's over in the Senate. The Wild Olympics, if we can get that passed, will be only the second or the third wilderness bill passed in the last 24, 25 years, going back to 2006 and 7 when my Wild Sky Wilderness bill passed. So this would be a major, major win for our state. So this week was equality and wilderness. And then finally, what's next? Well, what's next? H.R. 1. H.R. 1 is the For the People Act. The For the People Act is trying to root out corruption, expanding voting rights in this country, addressing conflict of interest in Congress. It is bringing light to the dark money in politics. It's part of our effort to address the issues that will strengthen our democracy in this country, including getting dark money out of politics, strengthening voting rights, addressing conflicts of interest from Congress. And finally, what's next? Well, look, I talked about the American Rescue Plan. That's kind of on the relief side. I think I got that right. I might have it wrong. You correct me later. On the relief side, we need to move now to recovery. And on recovery, we need an FDR-like investment in the nation's infrastructure. It needs to be as big as it was when FDR was president, to ensure that we are investing in our roads, our bridges, our highways, our transit, our water, our wastewater systems, and school construction, our broadband infrastructure. That is the kind of investment that we need. And we need to do it differently than we've done in the past. We need to be sure that it is not just big, that it's FDR-like, but it is progressive and cleaner and greener. We have an opportunity here to address climate change, to protect our state's environment, our country's environment, the world's environment, by ensuring this investment in our infrastructure results in a cleaner and greener transportation infrastructure investment in this country. That's what we need to do. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot of letters on here. I mean, a lot of things, I know. Apologize for throwing a lot at you, but there's a lot going on in Congress right now. So thanks for hanging in there. Looking forward to the Senate taking up the America Rescue Plan, fighting really hard to keep this $15 minimum wage in there, and fighting really hard to be sure that we've got an FDR-like progressive and aggressive infrastructure investment that makes sure that we have a cleaner and greener transportation system in the fight against climate change on the other end. So thank you so much for checking us out today. We'll see you next week. Bye.